Hello, welcome to our final week of Unicorn Academy. We are doing our Dragon Week this week. So we are ending with the dragons, and I really love this because what the dragons wanted to talk about was high vibing manifestation. And I just had some of the most amazing downloads this weekend around manifesting, especially as sensitive people, as empaths. So we might start with that, and I'll just share some of that with you because it seems too perfect. And of course, this is how it happens because, I channeled this, 7 weeks ago, 2 months ago. And the Dragon Week shows up right after I've had all of these manifestation downloads. So yeah, let's start with that, and then we'll jump into what the dragons want to say. So, if you're here, you are either an empath or a very sensitive person, as I am. And so, manifestation isn't even a word that I love, honestly, because there's so much around, like The Secret, and just there's so much out there, and very little of it resonates with me. And what does resonate with me, it always felt like there was a step missing. Like it wouldn't work for me. And so that was really frustrating. I'm sorry, I'm just dealing with my hair right now. That would be really frustrating for me. And I realized it's because a lot of the information that's out there there's one little piece of hair. There we go. Sorry. Thank you. A lot of the information about manifestation that's out there is not for empaths. Is not necessarily for highly sensitive people, because manifestation, it's just, and if you don't love the word, then think about it as creating the life that you really truly desire, building the life that you really truly desire, creating the work that just makes your heart light up, and getting it out there in the way that excites you, that the way that you dream about, the way that feels like it would be fulfilling for you. And that's a lot of words to just say manifestation. So for time purposes, we will continue calling it manifestation. So what's out there for empaths misses a step, because of course the reason that we as empaths have such a hard time manifesting is actually the reason that we're so goddamn good at it and we're so powerful at it. Because of course manifestation is simply feeling what you want to feel when you have that thing that you think will make you feel this way, feeling that right now. And you 100% have the capacity to feel, what you want to feel when you have that relationship, have that work, have that money, have that whatever it is, have that book published, have that, have your workout in whatever way you really desire. You can feel that right now. And that's actually all it is. All it is feeling the feelings now, and then it will be called into your life like a magnet. Maybe not in the way that you look for or expect or were thinking about, but it will show up for you. So the piece that's tricky for empaths, because of course we're such big feelers that of course feelings, this is feelings work, I got that covered. Except that we're such sponges for the world that we've been spending our whole lives absorbing everybody else's emotions, everybody else's beliefs, everybody else's thoughts. And so many empaths, myself included until fairly recently, were walking around, just kind of like this bucket for everybody else's stuff. And so it's very hard, and this would be the piece that would just drive me crazy. They're like, oh, just feel the gratitude and the joy that you would feel now. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'm carrying around 16 people's anger, 42 people's frustration, and all of the thoughts and beliefs that an entire grocery store had. Or whatever it is, and it's very, and it doesn't have to be hard. So don't let my amberness, my amber stuff come in and tell you that it's hard. But my experience was that it was very hard for me to get to a place of, okay, I feel fully supported. I feel joyful. I feel so excited that, XYZ, is already in my life in the way that it is, because I hadn't cleared everybody else's stuff that was hanging out in my field. So empaths simply have an extra step. We have to really have strong boundaries energetically and in our life. And we need to also clear out everybody's stuff. We have to be very conscious of protecting our energy. And actually, I'm feeling like protecting my energy doesn't even resonate as much anymore as it used to. For me, it's now about just being that bright light. Like, I see it as like a divine sunshine, like just sun. And all of you are this as well. You don't have to learn this. You already are this. You are this divine sunshine. And you just have to like let it blaze forth. So now, instead of like protecting my energy and being very careful when I'm out and about, it's more about just like, oh, if I feel like some stuff is coming in, then be like, oh, I'll just return to that image of myself as this radiant sunshine, so bright that nobody else's junk can get anywhere near me. So that's something to try if you like. Anyway, so when we have cleared out all of the crap that we've been carrying around for other people, when we clear out all the other energy that we've picked up, when we clear out, other people's thoughts, other people's emotions, then we come into our own true energy. We come into, kind of our own true tone, that resonance that is you, that is your soul. And from that place, we can really tap into our heart's true desires and see like, okay, what is it that I really want to create in my life? What do I want to experience? And how can I have the feelings of that experience right now? How can I feel them right now? And you are all so powerful with your feelings and so powerful in your imaginations that I have no doubt that you can do this right now. You can just be like, okay, here's what I want to feel. Here's the way I'd like it to show up in my reality. Here's the effect I desire to have. And maybe I'm open about the details, or here's the experience I want to have. And I'm open about how it really looks. And then just feel it, like feel yourself in the energy of having X number of dollars a month or a year, being in the energy of this divine partnership, this loving, soul friendship, this specific, job that you might want to have, this house you want to be in. Feel the feelings that you imagine you will feel when you have it. And of course, the beauty of this is when we are more accustomed to being in our own energy, being in our own true, our own desires and our own feelings rather than everybody else's, that's when we can really tap in. That's when we can really connect with this and become extraordinarily powerful, because, your feelings really are your superpower. And so when you kind of learn how to use them, and of course, the world is not an easy one for empaths. So this can take years. This has taken, it's taken me years. It doesn't have to take years. There can be quantum shifts, and it's just like, boom, shift. Holy shit, I can do this now. But this is, it's all about the feelings. And so, of course, the beauty of that is when you're in the feelings of having the things you want, you don't even necessarily care if the things you want actually show up. I mean, of course you care on some level, and there's your brain and your ego that you're always playing with on some level, but you're feeling it now. So, it doesn't matter if it takes time. It doesn't matter if it shows up in a different way. And this is surrender. This is that really powerful, beautiful surrender that is also a piece of the manifestation process. But really, like, there are so many different ways and processes and different people's thoughts. And, of course, this is just my download about manifestation. But really all it comes down to is feeling the way you want to feel right now. And then just doing it every day, every hour, and just really being like marinating in the feelings of whatever it is. So that was, and on some level, this feels so obvious. Like this was my big, like downloaded, aha, holy, angels singing, divine light shining moment. But, I'm like, wow, that really feels very obvious. So this may be 100% obvious to you. And we just spent, 10 minutes and 10 seconds on it. But I hope that there's something in there for you. So now let's go to the dragons and see what they have to say about all of this. Because of course what they had to say about this week is, dragons, high vibe manifestation. You are creating a new world of your singular experience and a new world that can be shared with all. We will help you choose and create and birth this new world as you choose and create and birth your life, for they are one and the same, as you and the dragons are one and the same. And I really love that message, because of course when I check in with my councils, my Ascended Master Council and my Magical Animal Council, and if you're curious, I might have mentioned this before, but if you're curious, the Ascended Master Council is the Marys, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, Bridget, the Celtic goddess, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Gabriel, wow, that's interesting. I worked with Gabriel a lot when I was younger, but he's not part of this council. Archangel Michael and Joan of Arc. And so they showed up for me, and they're masters, they're ascended masters, they're beautiful, beautiful energies and beings to work with. But when the animals started showing up, the council that we've been working with over these 7 weeks, the dragons really felt like the closest energy to source energy that I work with. And so having the dragons remind us that we are one and the same. We and the dragons are the same. We are the same source energy, the same divine light the dragons are. And that always feels really powerful, like a powerful reminder that you are just your own unique light. You are your own unique encoding of this divine light. You are, you express it and you feel it and you live it in the world in a way that no one else does, but you're just as divine as any of these ascended masters, any of these animals, as, spirit, universe, God, himself, itself. So that's always a really beautiful thing to remember about the dragons. Okay, so let's just take a moment, ground in. Might want to have some water with you. The dragons will, bless and heal and charge up your water so that water can continue to help you integrate after the session is over. Okay, hi dragons. They're drawing a circle for us with their flame. All of us are in that circle, and it's just this pure white light that looks like it has like scales, like green, purple, blue scales kind of shimmering, just at the corner of your eye. Like you can't see them in the light, but you can sort of, like if you just sit there, like you can sort of see them at the corner of your eyes. So it's this really beautiful, beautiful light. And we're all there together, and this is a space of healing, transformation. We set the intention that everyone participating in this session receive precisely what they need today, precisely what they need on this moment in their journey, this step of their path. Thank you. Okay, so you are here in this circle with me and the dragons. Your higher self is here with us. My higher self. Of course, the dragons are just their higher selves. Okay, so you want to talk about manifestation with us. What have you got for us? Okay, the dragons are saying that we create the way the divine creates. We create the way source creates. We create the way God creates. We create through our feelings and our excitement and our joy and our energy. Dragons are reminding us that we don't learn to manifest. We have been manifesting our entire lives. We're constantly manifesting. What they want to help us with is intentional creation. They want to help us use our feelings and our imaginations and our power to create what it is we truly want to create here in this world, in this dimension that's shifting, in new dimensions that we will be entering into, the other parts of our oversoul, because of course we're in many different places at once. This is just one experience of you. But the dragons want to help us harness our power so that we can unleash it in a way that truly serves us, that truly serves our love and our joy. Okay, great. I'm down. I'm really into that. So let me do this. Okay, so the dragons want to give each of us individually a healing first that will help clear anything that might need to be cleared around this, might offer a download for you in your particular space with this. Whatever it is you receive is perfect. So a different dragon is working with each of us. Ooh, I can feel it. You might already be feeling it. You might not be feeling anything. It's all perfect. It's being received either way. And so you're receiving whatever it is you most need. You may have some spark of inspiration or feel some layer lifting or block clearing or download showing up. It may show up right this minute. It may show up tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month. It might show up a year from now, but it's sometimes the most powerful healings happen slowly, and they don't show up until, maybe long after you've forgotten that you even did this course. And sometimes they show up instantaneously. It's all perfect. So just know and trust that the healing you need is being received right now. Okay, they're saying we can continue. Thank you, dragons. Ooh, I need to take a minute with that. That was a big one. So let's just breathe with that. Okay, and they're reminding us to ground. So feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hands. Maybe they're on the table like mine are. Feel the grounding cord moving from the base of your spine down into the center of the earth, where the earth is pure and connected. You might see it as a ball of light. You might see it as the divine new earth. However you see it, wherever it feels best to anchor your grounding cord, send it there. Feel yourself grounded. Know that that cord of light will help you release anything that doesn't serve you, anything that you don't need anymore, and it will be taken down into the earth to be transformed for you. Okay, what do you got for us, dragons? Okay, they're reminding me that I need to get my water. And I always have a glass of water with me when I start these sessions, but I guess I completely forgot this time. So continue to integrate, and I'm going to go grab my water. Okay, yeah, I needed that. You need so much water when you're doing this work, when you're receiving it, or if you're a healer or a channeler yourself. Make sure you're really well hydrated. And, as much water as you might think you drink, you probably need more. I feel like I'm drinking water all day, every day, but I was recently told that I need to be drinking more. I'm like, really? How much time can I spend in the bathroom? But we are running so much high dimension light and energy through our bodies. When you're receiving a session like this, or, whatever kind of other work you're doing, you are processing a lot. So give yourself the gift of hydration. That is my public service announcement about water. And I might have mentioned this to you guys already, but I can't drink tap water anymore. Even filtered water doesn't work for me. I need to get spring water. And this has been reflected by a few other channelers that I just, pay attention to in the various channels. I don't watch many, but there are three that I resonate with, and I'll watch their stuff. And they're saying the same thing. So there's something about the water, like the pure water from the earth, that's really, powerful and healing right now. So if that resonates with you. Okay, dragons, what have you got for us around manifestation? How can we manifest in this way that you're talking about? Okay, they're saying hold everything, every experience you have in a gentle space of curiosity. Do not shame yourself. Do not worry about past quote unquote failures. Do not berate yourself. Do not be cruel to yourself in any way now. That cruelty to oneself has always been toxic, but it's even more so now. And so they're urging you in the kindest, most loving way possible to be very gentle with yourself. Be very curious about whatever your experience is. And hold yourself with the love of the Creator. Hold yourself with the love of these animals. These animals have so much love for you. If you remember the giraffe session when we gazed into the giraffe's eyes, and just like, I hope you felt it too, because it was so beautiful, so powerful, the love that they have for us. And so really, do your utmost in your human experience to feel the love, have this love for yourself, have as much love and compassion for yourself as you possibly can. And then from that space, you'll see what still needs to be removed from your system. You'll know what healings that you need to, ask your higher self for, ask your guides for, ask these guides for, ask the animals for. And as you continue to clear out your light body and elevate your energy, you will find it so much easier to begin calling in what it is you actually desire. And really hone in on it from a place of surrender, from a place of knowing that, using the example of, say, writing a book, knowing that even if you write so many books over the course of your life that never get published, know that the joy you have in creating them, and know that the joy you have in feeling the energy of your message be received, getting out there, whether it's through the actual book that people read or through just the energy that you put into the world as you write them, know that that energy is really all there is. Know that you can live such a joyful, peaceful, contented, happy, loved, abundant life, whether your quote unquote dreams come true or not. This is the energy of surrender, and this is the energy that's so important in manifestation, because of course, if we had any kind of clinging energy around something, it holds it out there in the ether. It literally holds it away from us. And so we just want to really come to a place of full surrender, however that looks for you, however that feels for you. And maybe there are parts of this message that don't resonate for you, which is perfect. Just let those be and take the ones that do feel good to you. Ooh, I have so much energy moving through my system right now. It's actually a little bit uncomfortable. That's interesting. I don't know that I've ever had that experience before. And the dragons, it's such powerful energy. I was about to say I've even been eating well, but no, I had some Pringles before I started this, so maybe. No, I don't usually have a problem with food around channeling, but okay, dragons, where are we with the manifestation? Okay, so they want to guide us to a space of surrender, because when we can be in a place of complete surrender and knowing that even if all I do for the rest of my life is call in the feelings and feel the feelings that I want to feel, that's plenty. That is a life so well lived. That is a life so beautifully and powerfully created. Whatever shows up in our, our reality, 3D, 4D, 5D reality, whatever it is. And so it feels like they're saying that it's that clearing that they just talked about, that surrender. And really, and sometimes we have to be pushed to the edge. They're saying if you're feeling pushed to the edge, if you feel like I've been trying so hard for so long, it's just not working, I just can't, it's pain, it's actually physically, mentally, and emotionally painful for me to keep doing this, and just fuck it. And that could be good too. Sometimes that is the edge, especially if you're like me and you're kind of stubborn and you think a lot and you're a little dramatic. Sometimes we do, get pushed to the edge before we can really surrender. But when we're finally at that edge, it's just like, well, fuck it. If nothing I have wanted for my life ever happens, that's okay. I can still read books I love. I can still talk to friends I love. I can still go to the beach and do cartwheels on the sand. I can still go to the zoo and feed a giraffe. I can still appreciate and love and feel so grateful for all of the beauty and everything that I can create from this place of, it doesn't matter if nobody sees it. It doesn't matter if it becomes what I want it to become. It's enough for me to be making it because it brings me joy, because I am happier when I'm creating than I am any other time. Whatever it looks like for you. This is the energy that they're encouraging us to find, because of course when we are in that place of soul desire, like being one with the call of our soul from that place of gentle love and surrender and clear energy, your desired creations, whether they look the way you think they will or not, your desired creations have no choice but to show up in your life. But we have to get to that place, and we can't like, oh, I surrender with the desire to have the thing. Like, we have to get to the place where it's okay if we never have the thing. It's okay if we just feel the feelings that we want to feel when we have the thing. Because, that thing might not show up even when you're in like badass superstar manifestation. You might manifest something better, something that looks very different, but actually is exactly what you wanted, is what your soul knew was for you all along. So, okay, let me just check in and see if this is resonating. Yes, mostly yes, although it feels like there's a little bit of something. So let's see, can we address that, dragons, please? Okay, they're saying when you're creating from a place of joy, and when you're creating from a place of lack. And so, of course, joy just feels better. The lack feels sticky and heavy and just so gross. So they're really, okay, they have something to say about that. They're saying, your world still holds an energy of lack. And because you are so sensitive and so empathic, you hook in with that lack because you've been taught to, or because you desire to help. They would like to help us now release ourselves from the consciousness of lack, from the communal consciousness of scarcity. They want to help us disconnect from that. Okay, so they are working with your energy right now. Okay, 1, 2, good, good, good. A little bit more. Okay, good, good. Okay, so And that's a part of, the first point, which is clearing ourselves and releasing ourselves from the energy of the world, and that's a practice. That's a practice. And sometimes it feels like we're, healing and light working and blah, 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 over and over ad infinitum. And it just, like nothing feels like it's working. We just have to keep going. We just have to keep doing it. Keep trusting. Trust that it is working. Have faith that you are being guided. Your higher self is guiding you. Your guides are guiding you. Your own desires, intuition, and inspiration are guiding you. You just have to go with it. You just have to keep walking the path and know that something will click, and then the next thing will click, and then the next thing will click, and then all of a sudden you're creating what you want to create in a way that feels so exciting, so joyful, and so like, yeah, I got this. I can manifest anything from a parking spot to a new home to a relationship to, a foundation to fix this thing in the world if I want. It's they're reminding us we just have to keep walking the path. We just have to keep showing up every day in the best way we know how to do. And some days that best way is going to look like, getting up and, sweating it out and journaling and really feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, good. Yes, I'm in this space of feeling what I want to feel. And then I'm following the inspired actions because, of course, when we're in that place of like really high vibe manifestation, the, quote unquote real world steps unfold so easily. Like we know what they are. We're excited to do them. We have the time and the energy to do them. It's joyful to do them. And even if, sometimes there are some things that we're like not super thrilled about doing, it's still like, okay, I can do this from a neutral place and just done, checked it off the list. It's not some big thing that I have to fret about for 7 months. So when we are, I kind of lost my train of thought. Where were we going, dragons? I'm going to take some water while the dragons remind me where we were going. Okay. Poof. Okay. I hope that there wasn't some thought that I left direly unfinished there. But yeah, something about the inspired actions. It's okay. All right. So what are we doing next? Do they have more to say about manifestation? Yes, they do. Okay. So our abilities to manifest are shifting right now. And they're saying because of the energy in this time and the work that I've been doing, this is the reason that I've been receiving the downloads I have been recently. And so the energy right now is assisting you. And of course, we're all on different points of our path. And I am the worst at like looking at Facebook and be like, it's like, okay, eyes on your own paper. Eyes on your own paper. So we're all at different points in our path, but wherever we are, the energy is helping us so much now. So your ability to manifest is going to be shifting and changing. And so that's why this information is coming through for you now. And, hopefully, maybe all of this and that's beautiful. And this is just reaffirming what you already know. Maybe there's some pieces in this that's like, oh, yes, okay, that's helpful. But basically, they want us to get to a point where we're manifesting intentionally because they don't want us to be in this new energy where manifestation has become much easier than it used to be on this plane, on this planet, and be kind of unintentionally manifesting a whole lot of stuff that we then have to unwind to be like, oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that, because and that's the other thing about being an empath and a powerful manifester is that sometimes you are manifesting from everybody else's junk and then you're just manifesting a whole lot of chaos into your life. And that doesn't serve you. That doesn't serve, your experience or your mission here, whatever it is. So they really want to help us manifest from a place of joy, gentleness, deep love, and excitement. And so really, yeah, they're reminding us of this too. If you feel like you can't get to the feelings that you want to feel, you can't get to the, you're just feeling terrible for whatever reason, whatever might be going on, ask, okay, what does my soul truly desire right now? What would make my soul heave a sigh of relief, and then just do it. Even if you think you have 17 other things on your to-do list that are far more important than taking care of your soul, take care of your soul first. Take care of your soul first. Take care of your soul first. Even if that means taking a hot bath instead of cleaning the house. Even if that means going on a walk instead of sending an email. Even if that means taking a sick day and doing whatever it is you need to do. Watch Netflix, nothing productive. Do it. And you'll know that subtle distinction between, okay, I want to avoid something, and like, no, my soul really needs this. I need to be nourished right now. And you'll know. And we all, sometimes follow, the other thing. And that's okay too. It's all perfect. Gentleness and love for yourself. Because sometimes you also just need to be like, fuck it, Netflix. Because I highly believe in Netflix as a tool for empaths. As long as you're not watching like the really violent stuff, as long as you're not watching anything that makes you feel gross, as long as you're watching something that like lifts your spirits, whether that's, for me, it's like the Great British Bake Show and Heart of Dixie, kind of, shows like that, Chef's Table, just things that make your heart go like, oh, it's like a warm hug for my soul. Like those are the things. That's when Netflix is a very powerful tool for empaths, because smart, intuitive empaths like you all are, you need more of a reset, and I do believe that Netflix can do that. Anyway, you have your own ways. So basically, if you feel like you're manifesting craziness, or you can't get to the place, you can't get to any of these like gentleness, love, feeling the feelings, if you can't get there, no problem. Just it's like, maybe you can't go from where you are now to like joy, love, and surrender, but you can go here. And here might look like taking that walk or journaling or, just doing, just being like, okay, actually, I know that I just need to hit the next 3 things on my to-do list, and I'll, that'll lift my energy. Or maybe it does mean cleaning the house. Cleaning the house is serious magic. Serious magic. I cleaned my house this weekend, and I like dusted off my altar and, cleared all my crystals and bought myself flowers, and just, that was when that, the manifestation download came through after I did that. So anyway, okay, dragons, what else have you got for us around that? Oh wow, they're saying that's basically it. Okay, do you have any other messages for us? They're saying you can do this. You can 100% create the, the love, the art, the abundance, the safety, the joy for yourself that you desire. And you can create a lot more of it than you think you're allowed to have right now. And so I guess maybe that's the last thing. They're saying dream bigger. Now is the time to dream bigger, because your dreams are holy, your desires are holy. What you want to create in the world has such a beautiful, loving, powerful energy to it that is needed. And so, it's what your work is meant to get out to many, 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 many people, if that's your thing. Or, if your thing is more around, living your life in a particular way, a way that really like satisfies your soul and your joy, the energy of that is so powerful. Just living that way in the world does the same thing, because people see that and, they feel that, and it lifts us all up. So dream bigger. Whatever it feels like your biggest dream is, take it and times it by 10, and then do that again. And, and in the manifestation process, don't necessarily go from 0 to 7 million, because we don't want to like blow out our fuses, but, keep aiming just a little bit higher. If, say you're like, okay, my money goal is $5,000 a month, maybe look at $7,000 a month, or the numbers aren't important. Maybe yours is much, much, much bigger or smaller. It doesn't matter. It's just like, take it a little bit, allow yourself a little bit more, allow yourself to receive a little bit more, because you are so worthy of receiving all of the love and support and abundance and protection and beauty and joy that you can imagine. And you receiving all of that will amplify the energy of this world in such a way that's needed. It's needed. Okay, thank you, dragons. They're saying they love you. Thank you for listening to their message. And they're saying that, if you choose to watch this video again at some later point, it will serve you in a different way. It will serve you in a new way. That healing and the information, you'll hear different things if you watch it again. So that's really lovely and powerful. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it feels like the dragon energy is coming down from the circle. And now we're each in a circle with our own higher self and being released from the energy of this container of the 7 weeks of Magical Animals of Unicorn Academy, though of course this container is always here for you to dip back into anytime you want. You can watch these videos anytime, bookmark them, they're yours forever as long as YouTube exists. And anytime you're guided to one, watch it, play with it. You can have these on in the background as you do your work or clean, and you don't have to be listening to them or anything. It's simply about being in the energy, And so, okay, we're being sent some violet flame, some clearing, healing violet flame. Thank you. Okay, and all of the animals are coming up to greet you, say thank you, give you their love, remind you that they are here to work with you. Anytime you flash on them, anytime they appear, in your world, anytime you want help on anything, you can call on any of the animals that pop in for you and they will show up. They will show up. You can ask them for healings when you go to sleep. You can ask them to support you with money, with art, with relationships, with your journey, your spiritual, this beautiful spiritual journey that you're on, whatever it is. You don't have to call it a beautiful spiritual journey. That's kind of annoying. But they're here for you, and they would so love to spend more time with you and support you more deeply. So, yeah, I hope that this 7 weeks has been as fun for you as it's been for me, and I hope it serves you really beautifully. I hope that my intention with these is always that you receive exactly what you need in the moment, and that the energy keeps supporting you and keeps unfolding for you long after we complete, which is the case, and you might know it, you might not, it's okay, it doesn't matter. It will, the energy that has come through these 7 videos will continue supporting you. And of course, you can always return to them whenever you want. So, thank you so much for being on this with me and for being, willing to receive the animals, because they are such powerful, beautiful guides and healers. They have so much for us, and they've been invisible in this world for so long, and they're so delighted to be seen and heard and felt again. And if you would like to work in a different way with me, just go to my website, amberadrian.com. There are so many things. You can do one-on-one sessions, which are really profound and beautiful. Activate is my group that kind of enrolls once or maybe a couple times a year. If you're on my newsletter, you'll hear about that. And yeah, it's been such a delight, and I'm so happy that you did this with me. Thank you. See you soon.